Hey students, welcome back to Excel tuition, and in this video we will go through the lesson Emergence of Nationalism in India. Match the best. 1. Lokamanya Tilak, Kesari. 2. Bipin Chandrapal, New India. 3. Aurobindo Ghosh, Vande Mataram. 4. Subhash Chandra Bose, Azad Hind Fauj. 5th. Damodar Chafekar, short W.C. Rand. 6th. Vasudev Balwant Phadke staged an uprising against the British rule in 1879. 7th. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of India. Homish Chandra Banerjee, the first President of INC, Indian National Congress. Kashinath Trimbak Telang, the first Secretary of Indian National Congress. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. सुभाष चंद्र बोस, तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आज़ादी दूंगा. गांधी, डू और डाई. पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू, पूर्ण स्वराज. 15. विनायक दामोदर सावरकर, अभिनव भारत. 16. लॉर्ड कर्जन, partitioned Bengal in 1905. 17. Gopal Krishna Gokhale, moderate leader. Now we will go through some one sentence question and answer. First, during which century did nationalism emerge in India? Answer. Nationalism emerged in India during 19th century. Who formed the East India Company in 1600? Answer. The British traders formed the East India Company in 1600. Third, what strengthened the power of British East India Company in India in 1757? Answer. Their victory in the Battle of Plassey strengthened the power of British East India Company in 1757. What right did the British East India Company get after the Battle of Buxar in 1764? The Battle of Buxar gave the British East India Company Diwani rights. What do you mean by Diwani rights? Diwani rights was the right to collect revenue in the form of taxes from the Bengal, Bihar and Orissa provinces. Who granted Diwani rights to the British? Diwani rights were granted by Nawab of Bengal to the British. When did the revolt against the company's rule take place in India? The revolt against the company's rule took place in India in 1857. What was the major revolt against the company's rule called? The major revolt against the company's rule was called the First War of India's Independence. 9. What brought the administration in India under the protection aegis of Queen Victoria of England? The Queen's Proclamation of 1858 brought the administration of India under the aegis of Queen Victoria of England. Who staged an uprising against the British rule in 1879? In 1879, Vasudev Balwant Phadke staged an uprising against the British rule. Who was W.C. Rand? W.C. Rand was the Plague Commissioner of Pune. Who shot W.C. Rand, the Plague Commissioner of Pune? Damodar Chafekar shot W.C. Rand, the Plague Commissioner of Pune in 1897. Was the first Indian political party formed at the national level in 1885. The first political party formed at the national level in 1885 was Indian National Congress. Where was the Indian National Congress established in 1885? The Indian National Congress was first established at Bombay in 1885. Who was the first president of the Indian National Congress? The first president of Indian National Congress was Homish Chandra Banerjee. Who played a key role in the foundation of the Indian National Congress? Ellen Octavian Hume played a key role in the foundation of the Indian National Congress. Who was Ellen Octavian Hume? Ellen Octavian Hume was a retired civil servant. What was the first phase of the freedom movement from 1885 to 1905 called? The first phase of the freedom movement from 1885 to 1905 was called the era of moderates. What was the second phase of the freedom movement from 1905 to 1920 called? The second phase of freedom movement from 1905 to 1920 was called the era of extremists. Was the third phase of the freedom movement from 1920 to 1947 called? The third phase of the freedom movement from 1920 to 1947 was called the